Okay, let's take a look at computer-generated chess problem 00614 by Chesthetica. Now this is obviously an endgame position, but the curious thing here is that white has got a bishop and two knights against a queen and a pawn. So black is technically ahead in material by about a pawn. But black's king is cornered on h8, so if he's not careful, he could be checkmated. And if white is not careful, the game could be lost or drawn. Anyway, there's actually a mate in 4 here, and I will now show you the solution. So you can see there's actually only a mate in 4, and any other move surprisingly loses in this position. So let me show you, for example, how white could lose. Let's say, for example, knight on the d file to e7. Well, here black will play queen to d6 check. White might defend with a cross check, and here after king to g8, white is in some difficulties. White might continue, for example, with knight to e5. This is the only knight that can move. Maybe queen to b6, followed by king to h5, unpinning the other knight, and then g2, and now white is in a lot of trouble. White can continue with knight to f3, black promotes to a queen, white is forced to capture, black recaptures, and this is generally a won position for black. Not an easy win, but a win nonetheless. A bishop and a knight against a queen cannot win. So the way for white to win in this position is actually very precisely to play knight on the c file to e7. Because here, for example, if black were to play as before queen to d6, then white simply plays bishop to f6, also a cross check. The queen must capture f6, knight captures f6, and then proceeds on to mate with g2, and then knight to g6, checkmate. And that's basically how white wins here. In the main variation, after knight on the c file to e7, black has a number of options. For example, black could play queen to c1. And here white would play bishop captures c1. Black has no legal move except to play g2, and white checkmates with bishop to b2 mate. And if black plays queen to a1, white plays bishop to f6. Very nice move here. The queen must capture because the king has no squares. White captures with the knight. Fortunately, black has a pawn, otherwise the position would be a stalemate. As you know, two knights alone cannot force a checkmate on the king. Black plays g2, and then white checkmates just in time with knight to g6. Notice how if the pawn was not on g3, but let's say was on g2, but then promoted to a queen or a rook, knight to g6 could be replied with queen or rook captures g6, and the game would be drawn. So one more time. With very precise play by white, knight on the c file to e7, a quiet move, trapping the king, and threatening bishop to f6, checkmate. Black continues with queen to a1, buying some time. White plays bishop to f6 check, queen captures f6, knight captures f6, g2 giving white the opportunity to mate, which he does with knight to g6, checkmate. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.